Hello, my dear children. Welcome to today's class. So, what are we learning today? Today, we will be learning about animals. What are animals? So, every living creature apart from the plants are animals. Whether it's a animal, bird, insect, human beings, reptiles, every other creature apart from the plants, they are called animals. Animals can be very, very small, or they can be medium sized, or they can be huge, right? They can be seen flying in air or swimming in water. Some can be seen on flowers, sucking the nectar from the flowers. Some can be seen in zoo, or some in our houses, or some are very dangerous, which we see on Discovery Channel or Nat Geo Channel, Geographic Channel, and they are actually living in wild. So there are different animals with different features. God has created beautiful animal kingdom. So shall we start learning about different animals? Are you ready to enter into the animal kingdom? All right. So this is our chapter number 4 called animals. We can see different kind of animals around us. Some are large, some are small, and some are so small that we cannot see them with our eyes. So, some animals are so small that we cannot even see them with our eyes. We have to use a microscope to see such animals. Animals like butterflies, rats, and ants are considered very small animals. Animals like monkeys, dogs, cats, and ducks are small animals. Animals like lions, elephants, zebra, giraffe are considered as large animals. So, see, there are different animals with different shapes and sizes. Butterfly, ant, mouse, small. Dog, monkey. So, these are very small. Dog and monkey are small, and giraffe, elephant, zebra, cow are large animals. All right. Animals can be insects, reptile, bird, fish, and mammals depending on the shape of their body. Reptiles are animals crawling along the land and have scales on their body. Snakes are an example of reptiles. They lay eggs and offspring hatch out of them. So, the first category of animal is reptiles. What are reptiles? Reptiles are the animals that crawl on ground. Okay, so they crawl on ground, and they do that with the help of their body because they have scales on their body. And one of the example is snake, then tortoise, then lizard, and earthworm. All these are insects because they use their body to go from one place to another, and the movement is called crawling. They crawl from one place to another. So the first one is reptiles. Elephants are considered one of the most intelligent animals as they have large brains. They are some of the most intelligent, social, empathetic animals around. Insects are the animals that have their body divided into three parts. So, what is an insect? Insect usually has a body which is divided into three parts, and then they have six pair of legs. Not six pair, six legs, three pair. Okay, they have six legs. And what do they do? How do they give birth to their young ones? They lay eggs. Reptiles also lay eggs. Insects also lay eggs. Ants and cockroaches are example of insects. So let's draw one of the insect. This is This is a honeybee. All right. So, insects also lay eggs to give birth to their young ones. Ants and cockroaches are example of insects. Now, this was the second category called insects. Then comes the birds. Birds are the animals which have feather on them, and they have lighter bones, and they have beak also. They have wings to fly, and they also lay eggs. So reptiles, insects, birds, all of them lay eggs. Now, fish. The next category is fish. Fish are the animals that live in water. They have a special organ by which they can breathe in water, and it is called gills. All right. And they also lay eggs. So, till now we have done reptiles, insects, birds and fish. All of them lay eggs to give birth to their young ones. Then comes the animals that do not lay eggs, and they directly give birth to their young ones, and they are called mammals. So, the animals that give birth to their young ones, and they feed their young ones with their milk in the initial months when they are born, they are called mammals. So, human beings also give birth to their young ones, and the babies are being fed on the mother's milk for a few months. So, that is why human beings are also mammals. What are the other example of mammals? Cow, cat, dog, pig, elephant, tiger, lion, all these are the mammals. So these are the large animals that give birth to babies and feed them with their milk. So we have done about 5 categories of animals: reptiles, insects, fish, mammals and birds. Now, habitat of animals. Like, what is a habitat? Habitat is a natural environment of an animal. An animal, when lives in a natural place given by the god according to its features, that is called habitat of the animal. Now, different animals live in different places. So mainly they live on land, water and in air. So, the animals that live on land, they are called the terrestrial animals. Animals that live in air, they are called aerial animals. And the animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. But there are few animals that can live both in water and on land, and they are called amphibians. So, we will read about all of them one by one. Depending on the habitat, animals are of 4 types. Okay. We divide the animals into 5 categories according to their movement. According to their movement, body type and how do they give birth to their young ones, like according to their offsprings. So that's where how we divide them into 5 categories. I told you it's reptiles, fish, birds, insects and mammals. Okay, but out of these reptiles, mammals, birds, insects, they get divided further into 4 categories according to where they live. Okay, so the number 1 is terrestrial or land animals. Some animals like rabbit, lion, cat, dog, cow, elephant, etc. live on land. They are called terrestrial animals. Some animals are also found in acute cold areas like polar regions. So on land, they can be found in very cold regions or in desert or on trees, okay, or in just the forest. Polar bear and reindeer live in polar regions. Then some of the animals, land animals, they live under the ground. They dig a hole, a burrow, and then they live underground. For example, snakes and rabbits, they live in holes and burrows. And some animals live on trees like monkeys, squirrel, etc. So these are the land terrestrial animals living on different landforms, whether it is cold or under the ground or on the tree. Then comes the aquatic animals. The animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. They can swim with the help of their fins and tail. Okay. Some have special feet, which are webbed feet, or the paddle like feet. So they use their gills to breathe. Now, one of the aquatic animal is whale and dolphin. They do not have gills to breathe. They are mammals and they have lungs. So they come up to the water surface, breathe in a lot of air through their lungs, and then they go inside the water again. So whales, fish, crab, octopus and dolphins are some of the water animals. Now comes the amphibians. Amphibians are the animals that can live both in water and on land. Frog, turtle, toad and crocodile are some of the amphibians. So these animals, they can live in water as well as on land. Now comes the aerial animals, the animals that spend most of their life in air flying, such as birds. They are called aerial animals. Um, and insects are also one of the aerial animals. So aerial animals are those which spend a greater part of their lives in the air. Birds are mostly airborne animals. They have special body structure and wings which help them to fly. They live in nests that they make on trees. So where do birds live? They live in a nest. So this is a picture of a bird. Now, I want to ask you, do animals have feelings? Do you think that they have feelings? So, just like we feel sad, we feel happy, we feel excited, we feel angry, just like us, even animals feel that. Sometimes animals are very happy, sometimes they are sad, sometimes they are very angry, and when they are very angry, they can harm other animals as well as us. So, we should try not to make them angry, not to tease them, not to just go and try to make fun of them, tease them, and make them angry. They can actually harm us. So some like dogs shows the gesture of happiness, and when the dog is happy or hungry, it starts wagging its tail, and then when it is very happy, it starts licking us, dancing around human beings. So that's the gesture of happiness. And when a cat is angry, what does a cat do? It scratches you with its paw, correct? And when the dogs are angry, they come and bite. So they also feel thirsty, they also feel hungry. So, and they also have feelings, that they feel sad, they are happy, they feel they are angry. So we should try to understand their feelings. Have you ever noticed the feelings in animals? As we feel sad, happy, angry, or scared, animals also have these feelings. They have feelings. They feel hungry and thirsty. They are sometimes happy and sometimes scared. So when in our house a rat sees us, a cockroach sees us, a lizard sees us, and they see such a big human being in front of them, they get scared. They just go and hide in the corners of the houses. They too feel angry sometimes and cause harm to other animals and humans as well in anger. We can see a rat getting scared and hiding when it sees us moving around. Dogs dance around us when they're happy and show their liking by smelling and licking. When sad, they keep sulking. They also feel pain when they are hurt. Many times we hear a dog howling when in pain. So you must have heard a dog howling very badly. Ooh, like this. They make this sound because they are in pain. They might be hurt somewhere. They might be very hungry, or they might be feeling very cold. So they start howling. All animals have these feelings. They cannot speak but like us, but they can express their feelings. They make sounds to express, but we do not understand their language. We should be kind to animals as they also feel pain like us. So we should be kind to animals. The stray dogs should be fed with milk and food, and even the cows and cats. And if we see any animal which is hurt, we should try to take them to the vet doctor, like animals doctor, a clinic. We should feed the stray dogs and get them treated if we find them hurt. We should always stay alert, as an animal can hurt us in anger. Sometimes our kind gestures can make them angry. Maybe sometimes we want to go near them and try to feed them and be kind to them, but animals think that we are coming in near them to hurt them, and they might just attack us. They cannot judge our actions as kind or harsh. So, see, these are the pictures of people playing with different animals. A boy loving a dog, a boy playing with a bird, and a cat chasing a mouse. Now let's write that who are insects. Insects are the animals with their body divided into three body parts, and they have three pair of legs. How are reptiles different from the birds? Reptiles crawl from one place to another using their body. Birds fly in air and with the help of their hollow bones, streamlined body and wings. Write V for very small, S for small, L for large animals. Elephant is a large animal, lion is large, cockroach is very small, cat is small, and giraffe is again large. Now, food habit of animals. All living beings need food and water to live. So we know that to live, all the living beings, they need food and water. Animals are the living beings, and thus they need food and water to live, to grow, to feel energetic. And animals eat different kinds of food based on their eating habits. Animals can be of three types. So, previously we did according to the offspring, according to their movement. The animals can be of five types. According to the place they live in, the animals can be of four types. And according to the food they eat, animals can be of three types: 5, 4, 3. So, the animals that eat just the plant and the parts of the plant, either they eat the leaves, or they eat seeds or fruit, or they eat the stems, or they eat the fruit of the plant, like a monkey eats banana. So, if they eat just the food from the plant, they are called herbivores. And if an animal eats the flesh of another animal, that is called a carnivore. They have well developed teeth to tear the flesh of the other animal, and they are called carnivores. And some of the animals have such strong both type of teeth, which help them to eat the plant food also and the flesh of the other animals also. They are called omnivores. So, herbivores, animals eating only plants as food, are called herbivores or herbivorous animals. Many small and large animals are herbivores. For example, butterfly, horses, cows, buffaloes, elephant, deer are some of the herbivores. Small animals like butterflies suck nectar from the flowers of the animal. Cow, goat, horses, etc., they chew food with their teeth. Birds eat grains as they easily pick grains with their pointed beak. Squirrel eat nuts only, and this way different herbivore eat different parts of the plant. Now comes the carnivore, and now these are the pictures of the herbivorous animals. Carnivores are eating only flesh, and they are called carnivores or carnivorous animals. They have sharp teeth to tear flesh. Animals like lions, wolves, foxes, tigers, and lizards are some of the examples of the carnivores, and these are the pictures of the carnivorous animals. Now comes the omnivores. Some animals eat both plants and flesh as their food, and they are called omnivores or omnivorous animals. They have teeth that can eat both type of food. Crows, cranes, bears, and humans are some of the omnivores. Now, how are animals useful to us? Some of the animals we keep in our houses as our pets for entertainment or for protection of our house. Um, then some of the animals are being tamed or trained to carry human load or different other load. They also work in fields to plow the farms. Then some of the animals are domesticated for the animal products like eggs and milk. And the milk animals are called milch animals. And which animals give us eggs? Hens, ducks. So this is how different animals are useful to us. Dogs and cats are kept as pets. We domesticate some animals for milk, like cow, buffalo, goat, and camels are domesticated for their milk, and they are called milch animals. We also domesticate animals like hens and ducks for their eggs. Some animals help carry weight, and people around like bulls and oxen. They drive carts. There are bullock carts, horse carts, ox carts, and they carry weight and people. Then donkeys and mules are also used for carrying weight and transporting people. In hilly regions where there is some place of worship, the horses are very popular means of transportation of human beings from one place to another. Camels are used in desert for transportation. Reindeer are used in snow for transportation. Ox and bulls help in agriculture like plowing field, and we also use honey bees to extract honey from them. We also get wool from sheep, goat, camel, llama, etc. So this is how different animals are so useful to us. Either they give services to us, or either they give a product to us to eat, to wear, to carry load, to take services such as plowing of field, or carrying of load and people. So animals are really useful to us. So what are the different terms that we have learned today? Mammals, animals giving birth to live babies and feeding them. Amphibians are the animals that can live both on land and on water. In water, herbivores, animals eating plants as food. Carnivores, animals eating flesh as food. Omnivores, animals eating both plants and flesh-based food. Also remember that animals are of different types depending on their shape, size, habitat, and eating habits. Animals can be very small, small and large. Animals can be insects, reptiles, birds, fish, mammals. Terrestrial animals live on land, aquatic in water, amphibian, both on land and water, and aerial animals fly in air. Some animals only eat plant as their food, and they are called herbivores. Some animals eat flesh of the other animals and they are called carnivores. Some animals eat both plants and animals, the flesh of the other animals, and they are called omnivores. Now let's complete this exercise and see what have we learned in today's lesson. You have to choose the correct word to fill in the blanks. Dash crawls along the surface with a long and narrowing body at the end. Snake. Dash have long bodies but are without feet. Snakes. The animals with bodies divided into three body parts and many legs are called insects. Even though cockroaches are very small, people are extremely afraid of them. With a streamlined body, a fish can easily swim in water. You have to circle the odd one out. Cockroach, housefly, mosquito, and lizard. Lizard is a reptile, rest are insects. Frog, toad, dolphin, and crocodile. A frog is an amphibian, rest are the water animals, aquatic animals. Lion, giraffe, tiger, fox. Giraffe is a herbivore, rest are the carnivores. Cow, crow, crane, bear. Cow is a herbivore, rest are omnivores. Bear, reindeer, bull, fox, bear, because reindeer, bull, and ox, they all carry load, but bear does not. So you have to write an H for the herbivore, C for the carnivore, O for the omnivore. Duck is an omnivore, elephant is herbivore, crane is omnivore, lizard is carnivore, grasshopper is herbivore, fox is carnivore, giraffe is herbivore, and a wolf is carnivore. How are insects different from reptiles? Insects usually fly on air. Their body is divided into three body parts and three pair of legs. Reptiles use their body to crawl on land. They have scaly body. What are the different habitat of animals? Air, water, land. Who are amphibians? Animals living both on land and in water. How can we take care of animals around us? We can be kind to them. We can take them to the doctor if they are hurt. We can feed them, and we should not tease them. Give two examples of milch animals, cow and buffalo. Now we see a lot of animals around us. Some of them are from India and some of them are not from India, but the animals that are not from India, we still talk a lot about them. So try to find out the names of the animals that do not belong to India, but we talk about them. The first one is penguin, and it is originated in Australia and New Zealand. You can paste a picture of a penguin over here. Okay? So there are some fun riddles over here. I can do one or two for you. Rest you're going to do with your family and friends in groups and have fun. You might be called an animal. You might be called an animal. So you, human beings. So human beings are also called animals. I have no sword, I have no spear, yet rule a horde which many fear. My soldiers fight a wicked sting. So, who has a sting? I rule with might, yet I am no king. So, it is no queen, so it might be a queen. Who am I? A honeybee, queen bee. Rest three you are going to do yourself. Now, there are so many national parks and wildlife sanctuaries reserved by the government where the natural habitat of the animals are being preserved. Try to find out the names of such wildlife sanctuaries and national parks and talk about them in your class. All right. Then by cutting down of trees, by deforestation, what we are doing is we are actually just decreasing the habitat of the animals, and that's why the animals are coming near the building of the humans. So it is very dangerous. Please find out the ways by which the natural habitat of the animals can be preserved. All right, so that's all for today. I hope you have learned about different animals, what they are called, how they are feeding habits different from each other, their habitat different from each other, and you are going to identify them from now. That's all for today. Keep learning, keep shining. Bye bye.